Hello everyone, it's Seth, probably better known as Saffron Olive, and it's apparently just like spoiler craziness day because along with our Ixalan spoilers, we have Iconic Masters to talk about. So this has been one of the weirdest spoiler days that I can remember. So Iconic Masters pre-release events, I guess, are going on at HasCon today, and instead of previewing the set, spoiling cards, we are basically just getting cards here and there from people on Reddit, on Twitter, on Facebook, all different social media places as people open their sealed pools. So it has just been a ridiculously crazy day of spoilers. But I think, hopefully, fingers crossed, we have the full list of mythics and rares now. Again, like I was saying, this is all really scattered information, so it's possible that something's wrong with like a rarity, maybe a rare is uncommon or something, because there's a lot of grainy pictures and so forth. But I think we have a pretty good look at what's going on. So we're going to jump into this and just kind of break down what's coming in Iconic Masters. Unless you're at HasCon, you don't actually get your hands on these cards until November. There's pre-release events this weekend at HasCon. Then we gotta wait till November, but then in November the set will release proper, both in paper and on Magic Online. And anyway, let's jump into it, talk about the Mythics. The headliner from Iconic Masters is definitely Mana Drain. Mana Drain, super old, from Legends, 2-mana counter spell. It counters a spell and gives you mana on your next turn equal to a spell's converted mana cost. This card is really only played in Vintage, and I guess Commander as well, because it's illegal every place else, but this is like a $200 card. This is the Force of Will of Iconic Masters, the most expensive card, the chase card, the card you really want to open, so a super sweet reprint. Gonna make it a lot cheaper for Commander players. Make it cheaper, I guess, if you're trying to get into Vintage. Really spicy new art, so that's a good one. Also, I should warn you, with the scattered pictures and stuff, our video's a little bit weirder than normal, because we got some grading images to look at. Next on our list, as far as the Mythics go, we found out we have the entire cycle of Praetors. While we don't have pictures of all of them, and we're kind of digging around, we have pictures of some. So Elish Norn, we found out about thanks to the Iconic Master booster packs. It's on the art, it has been confirmed. Jin Gataxias and Shieldred, we actually have the art of, but we also have Vornklex and Urbrask, the red and green Praetors. We know those are in the set as well. These are great for Commander players. Elish Norn also sees a little bit of fringe play here and there in Modern, a good Gifts reanimation target in Modern. So super sweet, relatively expensive. Most of them haven't been reprinted yet, although Shieldred was a promo when it first released, and Elish Norn has been in Modern Masters before. But cool mythics to add to the set. We also got some sweet big creatures. You can see Primeval Titan on the wall there, a head popping out below. That was one that Wizards kind of semi-officially spoiled. Also, Thundermaw Hellkite, a good Modern card. Consecrated Sphinx, a Commander staple, coming soon. They did not print the entire Titan cycle, just Primeval Titan this time around. And combine that with the classic Channel Fireball combo. This is the iconic part of Iconic Masters, and I was a little surprised to see that the set itself, it's like moderately iconic, I guess. I was expecting this to be much more iconic feeling and just big, weird Sarah Angels and Sphinxes and things like that. And while we did get some of that stuff, Channel Fireball is probably the most iconic thing you can do in the set. So as you can see, Channel is at Mythic. Same art as on Magic Online, actually, when it was reprinted in Vintage Masters, I believe. And then Fireball at Uncommon. So if you happen to get lucky enough to get these both in your sealed pool, good way to kill your opponent out of nowhere. And as for the complete list of mythics, there's a few more. Don't have images of all of them. As you can see, Necropotence sneaks in again. That was recently in Vintage Masters. A couple more Angels. Archangel of Thune used to be good in Modern, kind of moderately good in Modern now. It isn't played as much now that we have some other combo pieces. Avacyn Angel of Hope is a great one. Great Commander card. Way more expensive than most people would like it to be. Obnixilis the Fallen is the old Zendikar Obnixilis. No Planeswalkers in this set. Maybe that's part of the iconicness. It's kind of old school in that sense as well. Kiki-Jiki the Mirror Breaker. So those are the mythics of Iconic Masters. As far as the rares, we got some really high value stuff. Flusterstorm is like 70 bucks, 80 bucks, 100 bucks, some ridiculously high price. So that's coming back. Super good reprint. Going to be much cheaper for your Commander decks or for your Legacy decks. We also got Ancestral Visions, which we've been waiting on for a reprint ever since it was unbanned in Modern. It's been kind of catching on in control decks, different builds in Modern. Really sweet new John Avon art. One of my favorite arts from the set. It looks so awesome. So super sweet to see Ancestral back. And then yet another reprint for Cryptic Command, which is still super necessary. Unfortunately, Cryptic, no matter how many times you reprint it, is still super expensive. It would be great if this was cheap enough that more players could have access to it in Modern. And then we got all the Kamigawa Dragons, and if you remember back to Modern Masters, there was some disappointment because the Kamigawa Dragons were mythics, and you're spending like $15 on a pack, and it was really sad to open like a Ryusei in your $15 pack, but now they're rares, which makes them much more awesome. Very happy to open one of these as a rare because, I mean, they're great and limited. It's a great bomb for you to have, and the art on these is amazing. That is by far my favorite part of this cycle of reprints. It's a little weird that you would do reprints with Iconic Masters. Iconic makes me think original art, but can't really complain with these because the art is absurd on Ryusi, on Yugen, and we also got the rest of them. The full cycle is there, and I'm just super happy with the art. The most playable is probably Kakusho, kind of a commander staple, loop it, draining your opponents out of the game. But Yoshie is very good as well. Kiga is fine. So awesome reprints, awesome art. Really excited to see these back with some spicy new artwork. And then we got the land. The other big value part of the set is Horizon Canopy, creeping up on like $100 now. Sees play all over in Modern, sees play in Legacy. It's just a super strong land. Drawing a card from your lands is a great ability, and this will hopefully make it a little bit cheaper. If you want to play the optimal build of various decks, things with Knight of the Reliquary, Boggles, for example, lands, so many decks, you want this to be the optimal build. Yes, you can play without it, but you do pick up a few percentage points. And this is one of those cards that's really expensive, not so much because it's in demand, although it does see play, but because it's in low supply. Future Sight is just such a low supply set, so it's cool to see that back. But we also found out we actually have the entire cycle of lands. The other big one is Grove of the Burn Willows, but Nimbus Maze, River of Tears, the whole cycle of lands from Future Sight making a return in Iconic Masters. As far as the other big money stuff, Thoughtseize original art, yes, the original art of Thoughtseize, certainly iconic. Auric Champion is always oddly expensive. Sees play in Soul Sisters in Modern. Oblivion Stone, if you want to put together your Tron deck, going to be a lot cheaper. Another reprint of Ether Vial, which is awesome because it's still silly expensive. And Mishra's Bauble, the ridiculous $40 uncommon in Modern. Going to make it a little bit easier if you want to build Death Shadow, if you want to fill your graveyard for Delve. And then we have the full list. This is all the rares from Iconic Masters. And again, like I said, some slight chance that something's weird or shifted in rarity, but this should be a pretty good idea of what's yet to come. So the other big hitters, if you look over this list as far as value, and we don't have arts for all of them, which is why you're not seeing them at the moment, but Sierra Ascendant is pretty expensive, another great Soul Sisters piece. Really excited to see both Auric Champion and Sierra Ascendant because that would be a great budget deck. Soul Sisters would be a great budget deck for Modern, but those two pieces really push it out of the budget range. So hopefully if those come down in price, it'll make it a lot easier for budget players to be able to play that deck. Magus of the Moon, another great reprint. Lotus Cobra, downshifted from Mythic to Rare. Knight of the Reliquary, making yet another return. Glimpse the Unthinkable for your mill deck, ridiculously expensive because it's pretty old. So a pretty good list of reprints coming. Bloodghast, Anger of the Gods. So it looks like an amazing set. I haven't been able to crunch all the numbers, but I'm guessing at current prices, Iconic Masters is going to be pretty off the charts in terms of value. It looks really solid. It has the big Chase Mythic in Mana Drain. It has a solid group of Mythics altogether, and some really good rares, highlighted by the original Thoughtseize, Horizon Canopy, Grove of the Burn Willows, Glimpse the Unthinkable, so many solid rares. So it looks like an amazing set. My only quibble would be, this list doesn't look iconic to me. When I heard Iconic Masters, I was thinking, like I said, Sierra Angel. Eagles. I was thinking Monomoti Jins. I was thinking Shivan Dragons. Those are the cards I think of as iconic. These cards don't especially feel iconic, but the set feels amazing. So even though it didn't really meet my expectations in terms of iconicness, it's really hard to complain because this just feels like a really good, solid, value-filled set that's going to make a lot of really important modern cards in specific cheaper, more accessible, easier to build deck with. So even though it might not be as iconic as I was hoping it would be, I think in basically every other way, Iconic Masters has not only met, but kind of exceeded my expectations in terms of value, good reprints, looks like a super fun draft format, so now we gotta put it on hold and wait another 2 months until it officially releases, unless you want to hurry and scurry your way up to HasCon in the next day or two to try to get in a pre-release. So, coming in November, looks amazing, super excited for it. Anyway, what do you think? Are you happy with Iconic Masters? Is it iconic? Does it fit the definition of iconic? I mean, I don't even think there's an argument that the set is bad. The set obviously has a ton of value. It's super sweet, has great reprints, but does it feel iconic to you? Are you happy with it? What cards are you most excited to pick up at a discount now that Iconic Masters will be making them cheaper? Are you going to buy a box? Let me know in the comments. I'm super excited. The set looks amazing. Thank you very much for watching. I hope you enjoyed the video, and I will talk to you soon. Thanks for watching the video. If you enjoyed it, help us out by clicking that like button down below. And to keep up on all the latest and greatest, click that subscribe button. And don't forget to hit that bell icon to get alerts whenever we have new videos. And if you want to, check out some of our other sweet videos here and here.